Welcome back, everybody, to, I don't want to say another edition of anything. I might just say, oh, look what showed up on my doorstep and at my LCS. I know I keep saying I'm going to be more frequent with these videos, and then I've gotten caught up in a lot of trades, and to be quite honest, I've done claim sales for, I think, maybe 3,000 books in the last 2 weeks, helping a few people out. So that and appraisals and everything else, I've got behind on sharing with you what I've brought in. So I have a few where I know what they're from, and I'm going to give a couple plugs. And then I have some that have just shown up from different online sales, local sales. I do know my LCS pickups. Those are on a separate pile. So there's many books here that I don't necessarily need. They showed up either in mystery boxes or I won claims on books just to help some folks out. And I'm like, that looks cool. I might be able to find a home for that, something like that. So if you find anything that strikes your interest, I may be able to just let it go for you. So kicking it off here, and I'm going to do a kind of a pile of stuff that can totally find a new home. First one here is Starman number 39 with guest starring Shazam. I don't collect Starman at all. I actually picked this up for a good guy in the comic book community who actually didn't need it anymore. But it's a book I think a few people might be looking for. I've seen Starman kind of on the rise again, so definitely up for a trade for whatever you're looking for. Next up, we have Superman Doomed number 2. I believe this is autographed. Yes. So this is autographed by Ken Lashley. Normally, I'm not a big big Superman guy by any means, but when it comes to Lashley, big fan. Gonna have that one pressed, cleaned up. I got that one from my buddy Jason Schroeder in Florida on one of his recent claim sales. So that's gonna go off to CBCS. It's gonna look good encapsulated. Love the art on it. Solid book. Then I got Batman Day number 1. Oh, so this was a GameStop exclusive for Batman Day. This was from 2015. This was the GameStop variant for that. It's even got the old GameStop exclusive logo on it that they used to throw on pops and stuff like that. So this had the special 8-page sneak preview of Batman Robin Eternal on it. A fun cover. Going in the trade pile. It's one that I scooped just to toss one in, you know, for shipping on a claim. Don't care much. But then I get to these that I also got from Jason Schroeder's claim sale. A lot of fun here. Batman number 34, German edition. So this is my first German book. And as many of you might have seen, when I go all in on something, I go all in. So that is Batman 34. And there's another German book available. So Batman 42. Gonna clean both of these up, and actually I'm gonna frame them. It's pretty cool. I have quite a few, you know, South American books, things like that, but no German books. So German Batman, welcome home. Next up, we have a Detective Comics number 469. Nice 30 center. Living Phosphorus, Detective Comics there. Not a big Batman guy. This is probably going to hit the sale pile, or trade pile, you know, if you're interested in trade. Though I sell a lot, I love to trade more. So if I can figure out a fun trade with folks, I'm always all about it. So this one's going to go into the trade pile, in case you're interested. Again, that's Detective Comics number 469. Then Sandman Mystery Theater number 2. To be quite honest, everything from the Sandman verse I'm putting together now before I can't find it anywhere. I will worry about doubles, triples, whatever later. I actually have 1 through 5 heading out for grading right now. Well, heading out for pressing, then grading. So I'm hoping to get a solid one back on that. Those are for my PC. This is from the Tarantula Act 2. So, not quite trade pile yet. If I have a duplicate, it will be. Here I have Ewoks number 4. Just a classic Star Comics book. This one I got for Zoe's pile. She's getting more and more into Star Wars every day. And kind of the kooky side, you know, the books from this era, from the Star Comics, and from the, you know, the fun stuff from 70s and 80s. And so this is going into Zoe's pile. Another Zoe book. We have Lenticular Fantastic Four 200, but I believe this is the Gwenpool cover. So Lenticular there. Hard to show it with that, but yes, there is a Gwenpool, I believe, in there. Yes. There we go, the unbelievable Gwenpool. Those lenticulars are fun. They're just really hard to show on camera. And because it was Gwenpool, I got it for a Gwenpool box. This one was a pickup from Black Market Comics because they know my weak spot. Everybody knows my weak spot. It is Darkhawk. So this was number 9. Picked that up from the last Black Market Comics. Tuesday night claim sale. How could I not? Just a little bit of wear in that bottom corner there that I didn't catch, but you know, that happens, and this is like my 3rd copy, so I'll live with it. And then we have number 13 from Black Market Comics. Just needs a little bit of a press. Another Darkhawk. 13. This is when Venom entered the picture here. If you haven't read the Darkhawk run, go back and do it. It's always been a traditionally cheap one to pick up. Now, for whatever reason, it's gaining steam. And I'm going to go through, sort my doubles, triples, quadruples, and whatever I have available, I'm going to put up for trade or something. I just want people to read them. It's a lot of fun. So this was Darkhawk 14. More Venom action. It really, truly is a ton of fun. All right. On to Alpha Flight Special. Alpha Flight's one of those things I pick up whenever I see it. I think I got this from a recent claim sale too, on Facebook somewhere. Not positive where. Great condition though. I think it's better than the one that I currently have. So here we have Avengers Annual Part 2, guest starring, you know it, Darkhawk. Had to come home with me. I actually didn't have this. This one's not a double or triple, so that's pretty cool to get. It was a fun book overall. I do remember reading it back in the day. It's just one that never survived my boxes, so welcome home. Now we have one that I'm doing a big upgrade sweep on. That's my Kazar books, whether it's the Savage or Volume 1. Here we have Kazar the Savage, number 7. There's 50 center. Definitely in need of a press. I think there's a lot that can be cleaned on that. But I mean, I think I got it for $1, you know, so that's a solid find right there. And then Kazar the Savage, number 6. Really clean copy, actually. I've been on the hunt for that one to upgrade mine. Mine got a nice tear down at the bottom while some folks are rummaging through books looking for something different to read. So I've been going hard on my Captain America and Falcon books. However, I went so hard on this, I didn't really look at the shape of this book. This one is just beat shit, to be honest, number 211. Not even worth a press, just toss it in there as a placeholder. If I have one already, this is just going to go into a trade or donation pile. I don't even think the cover is attached on this one, so I think I only paid like $1 again though, so not too beat up on it. That'll definitely be one to serve as placeholder. Lock and Key 0. So I've been on a big chase of Lock and Key books. I got a few copies of number 1 recently. Got number 0 here from a different run. It's a fun book. Just trying to pick these up when I can because the prices on a lot of these spec books are just getting ridiculous. And I want to be able to hook people up down the road instead of having them pay an arm and a leg for this stuff. Kazar the Savage, number 15. God, I just love the art. I just really great stuff on these books. Then we come to Kazar number 5. So, as you've seen by the large number of books I've shown already, you know, 8 minutes in, I haven't been boxing my books up. I have stacks and stacks, and I will show you the before and after when I get there. But Zoe kind of raised the point this morning. She said, hey, are you ever going to put these books away? And I'm looking at the coffee table downstairs, and it's all books. It's all the books you're seeing right now. So, organization needs to get back into it. Picked up a Mighty Thor 396. Just a fun run. I think that was a $1 pickup in a claim sale right there. A lot cleaner than the one I had. You know, the white on mine is quite faded, so this is a nice replacement there. And then I've been big on my Man-Thing, so Miles 24, Man-Thing variant. I think I have a couple of these already. If I do, it's going to go in the trade pile, but you know, whatever. These were actually from a stacker I did. Now I remember. They were from a stacker that I did on Facebook where, you know, people start with one book and then add more on the more you go into it. And so it was Spider-Man based. A lot of Spider-Man Venom. So ASM 61. Really clean cover there. This might be like my 4th or 5th one, so that's going to be up for a trade as well. Venom 26. That's where Venom Beyond started. Not a bad book. I just happen to have a couple, so I think that'll be up for trade too. Venom 29 was also in there. So it's a Spidey stacker, heavy on the Venom. Venom 1 variant. Oh, this is a I had this one, but I didn't have the Virgin, so it's cool. I believe the Virgin is in there somewhere. Alright, and then Spidey Clone Saga, number 25 for Miles. Another fun one that's become a spec book here and there. I really don't get caught up in too much of that unless it's the older books. I know I need to get a copy I was looking for before I get priced out. Miles 29, more Clone Saga action. Unfortunately, my Miles books are now about to turn into a long box, unless I go second short box, find out what Zoe says, because we share those. So Miles 31. And it looks like we've got a couple issues in a row here. This will be like the 5th time you've seen this book come from me in recent futures, or recent days. Miles number 30. Beautiful cover there. That's like the 10th time we have that. This was in there. So this was the Avengers 281 She-Hulk appearance. I know everybody's blowing their load on She-Hulk appearances right now, and I get it. There's only going to be a few key issues, just to throw it out there. Don't buy everything, and don't pay the prices that you're seeing for them. It's absurd. Just to throw that out there, especially given storylines and the fact that they have to add so many characters in. And you know, if you're really watching a lot of these shows and movies, there's not a lot of canon that they're really sticking to. It's stuff all over the place, and they're starting to really blend a lot of storylines, especially looking at what's coming up in Moon Knight and what they're doing with characters right now. So what we've seen as classic comics and first appearances aren't going to be what they've been in the spec game. So don't go blowing, you know, half your collection in a trade on something. I just watched somebody do that for a lot of Moon Knight books. I was like, man, come on, I would have just given you my extra copies. So, second copy of Miles 25 was in there. As you can see, I got some of those for trade. Morbius 15. I think this might have just been in there, because it's not one I would have picked up on my own. If not, it was probably a $1 pickup from a claim event, something like that. So, Morbius, Living Vampire, number 15. West Coast Avengers, annual number 2. This would have had to have been in there too. For a while I was picking up Moon Knight cover appearances, you know, a few years ago, just because it was cool for my collection. But I think I have like 2 of these. Nice Monica on there as well. So, annual number 2. Alright, what action are we diving into now? Okay, these are more wins from Acclaim. So, Magnificent Miss Marvel, number 7. That was for a Zoe box. I think the next few you're about to see are actually all for a Zoe box. So, Heroes Reborn. This was number 1 for Night Gwen. That's just a cool one. Didn't have it. Figure why not throw it in Zoe's box. She's a big Gwen fan. Then X-Men 283 popped up. Our guy Bishop, you know, starts to come on the scene. So, I just pick these up whenever I see them. I really can't wait to see Bishop on the screen. Hope they do it right. And these are books that I know down the road folks are going to want, and I'm going to be able to work out a trade or something like that instead of, you know, watching them get ripped for an arm and a leg. Spider-Verse number 1. I think I've sold and traded this book, I don't even know how many times. I'm actually going to hang on to this one. This might be copy number 3. Definitely a Zoe box one. I know she has one in for grading too. Strange Academy number 1. Definitely in need of a press. Definitely going to get that pressed and go in. I have, and it's a weird one, but folks know how big of a Scotty Young fan I am, so I'm grading the entire run. And I'm just going to have the trades around to read. And I like the look of the grade, and I know folks think it's a waste of money, or, oh, you can't read it once it's graded. That's cool. That's why they make trade paperbacks. I'm going to have a wall of Strange Academy graded books in my comic book room, which, you see my pop wall behind me, but of all the Strange Academy books, and it's going to look really awesome. So here is another number 1. I believe one was red, one was blue, right? Yeah, so one red, one blue. I think this is now 13 Strange Academy number 1s I have. So it's pretty fun. It's not tooting my own horn, it's just I got in on it early, and I know it's going to be one of those series where people are going to really want it, and I'm going to have them. So when people want to trade or whatever. This was a nice, one of the PSA books for child abuse prevention, Spider-Man Power Pack. Love this cover. Always wanted a clean copy of this. And this is as clean as I've ever held. So that's really cool. Now I can swap one out in my collection. One of those odd things. It's just been one that I've always wanted a clean copy of. Now, Werewolf by Night 35. I believe this was an A-OK from Gary Baker. Gary B, the casual comic guy. I believe that was the one. I am a glutton for punishment and decided that on top of my Kazar runs, I am chasing Werewolf by Night. this year. We all know I won't have 32. That facsimile is just going to sit in my stack forever. Another win from Claim Sale. Magnificent Miss Marvel number 18. That's a fun one. Again, don't know if it's a duplicate or not. We'll find out when we sort. That's what Zoe and I are going to do this weekend. Another Ghost Spider number 1. Oh no, this was all from Gary B. You saw this one from Zoe. Yeah, this was all from Gary B, the casual comic guy. So no, that wasn't a duplicate because Zoe affirmed that she didn't have any. Ghost Spider number 1. She's really excited about this one. She's gotten back into the Harry Potter stuff, and she's wavering between comics and Harry Potter. And I was like, you don't have to choose. You could read some one day, read some another day. As long as you're reading, I don't care what it is. And so we are definitely spacing that stuff out. Oh yes, this is the Gary B stack. Because here is my fantastic 425 Scotty Young. I absolutely love this cover. And it's one that, by the time mine was pulled, it was like beat up bottom of the stack one. So this is a nice one to replace that. Very picky about my Scotties. I have every single cover except for like 2 at this point. Gwen Stacy number 2. I don't know if you saw Zoe's reaction video, but she was super stoked about that as well. West Coast Avengers number 8. Beautiful America Gwen and Kate cover. These books are becoming hotter and hotter, especially with America coming into the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm just really excited that they're getting some attention here. Such great characters, and I think that they've been handled really well. Champions number 6. This is one that I'm hoping to see on a Disney Plus series. Champions is just a lot of fun. This character group together is great. And I think it'd be a really solid way to introduce Miles, if you ask me. Alright. Dark Reign, Agents of Atlas. I know I got this at a claim sale. This is number 5. Really not a big deal. I just got it for $1 and a claim and said, hey, whatever. We'll add it to the stack. This is a fun one, the Mighty Thor 356. Classic cover. I've always loved it. It's an upgrade from the copy I had, and it cost me $1, so why not? I'm actually reading the Thor Omnibus right now. Invincible Iron Man number 2. This is becoming a very iconic modern cover. I have a couple of these, and so I just like to look at the corners and pressing and all that stuff, see which one's better. And then I've been sticking those in mystery boxes and stuff like that, or just extra treasure for someone. X Factor number 1. Beautiful Sinister cover. This is a flashback edition, so just a fun cover. That was a $1 pickup. This one I was really excited to get back on my PC. It was lost in a water damage one. I know it's not a big book. It's just a fun one to me. Motormouth number 1. Welcome back home. That's just a fun one. Mine got wrecked. So I love when I can always add something. So this was from a stacker as well. I'm going to pull all these out together. This 12-issue run of Submariner, the Saga of the Submariner. So I got this in a stacker as well. I believe featured with the Spidey one because I got to build out of what I wanted because there was a bunch of DC stuff included towards the end, and it's just not my cup of tea. So. Big Subby fan, love Namor, so I think I have this run a couple times, but I also know some folks who are really getting into Namor. So when gift season comes around, I can always tack one of these 12-issue babies in there. And I'm just going through these quick because it's a simple 1 through 12. It's not anything you haven't seen or can't find anywhere. This cover has always been beautiful to me. Great pairings, great matchups. I do love that. Namor with the classic X-Men there. Really excited for his appearance in the MCU now, too. I feel like I've been waiting since I was a little kid for this to happen, so very excited for that, you know, as long as everything from Wakanda Forever comes out as it should. So this was a series that, for whatever reason, I'm showing is gaining some steam and people are chasing it. I don't get why. Wasn't even really that well written. It's just one that I will always add. So Earth's Mightiest Avengers 35. Age of Khonshu. Another $1 pickup, whatever. Had it thrown a lot. I think I have it. I'll check if I do. We'll go in the trade pile. Then we scooped some Hawkeye books. Zoe enjoyed reading those, and then I picked them up for her. Now she just likes the Fraction stuff. So left with a Hawkeye number 3. Another number 3. folks, when you're buying your Hawkeye books, if you're new to that kind of stuff, you're chasing spec stuff, make sure it's from the right run. Make sure it's not just random books, because there are some different ones. The Fraction one is probably the one that you're chasing. So that's number 5. This happens to be a run that Zoe had most of, so I was just going to complete it for her, and she can do whatever she wants with it. So number 2. This one here is the all-new Hawkeye. This is another number 2. Not particularly well written, to be honest. This was in that stacker, the Marvel Team-Up number 87. It's got my Black Panther, so of course I, said whatever, throw it in there. These Moon Knights were also added in that stacker, not in sleeves or anything on shipping, which drives me absolutely nuts when I get a book that is raw like that. But Mark Spector Moon Knight number 5. Folks, shipping tip. Even if you got 3 Lucy's, just throw them in one sleeve, man. It's simple enough to do. Even if my books are listed without a sleeve, for a picture, whether it be gloss or I don't have them in a sleeve at that time, I'm going to take the extra 5 seconds and throw a book into a sleeve so that it doesn't come just loose in there and not secured the rest the correct way and all that stuff. I'm just not a fan of that style. ASM 332. Classic cover right there. Really not a big Spider-Man guy, but this is that classic run, and it was an upgrade from the copies I had, so 333. And also, if you think that the stuff you're adding in makes it so you can disregard the quality or packaging for your other books, that's not the case either. Do a solid to fellow comic collectors. And 363. This one, though, at first I thought it was better than what I had. If you look up there, big smudge. Not in better condition, but again, I wasn't out too much money for this one. I think I ended up with like 20 bucks for $100 or something like that, one of which was a graded 9/8 Scotty Young Moon Knight, so whatever. So Moon Knight number 7 was also included in there. The dirt stuff you see was kind of on the it was on the slip, so it's not in the book. And then a Moon Knight number 1, Vengeance of the Moon Knight. So that does it for the stackers, the claim sales, all that stuff. Now I want to highlight a seller from Mercari, Don's Trinkets. I've ordered from him a couple times, and each time I submitted an offer, so it wasn't like he had to buy it now, and I took it. I submitted an offer each time because a lot of times when I'm buying books online, I try to stick with what's in my PayPal account, for what I sold, as opposed to dipping into the bank account where it actually affects my wife. So this is the second time I was trying to get my Quasar number 1. He said, "Thank you for the purchase. Please follow him on Instagram at @_DO1 LAR_, and YouTube at Tales From The Flipside." From Rich Taylor. So do that. His packaging is great. I just took him out of the thing, but came in this. I ordered Hulk 234. First Quasar. He sent Hulk 234. And to be quite honest, it's in better condition than it looked in the pictures. So I'm very, very happy with that. Very pleased about that one. And in addition to that, he threw in a 36. Just to be a nice guy. And a 95. Came from Beneath the Sands, and that's really cool. Especially with these older Hulk books. You don't see somebody just toss those in. So this was the second time doing business with him. Surely won't be the last. I will definitely be jumping on that again. So again, show some love to Rich Taylor at @_DO1 LOR_. And Tales From The Flipside on YouTube. I just subscribed to all of them today. Now we are at my Backwall Comics order. And again, forgot what's in there. So, my letter, as always. We have, this was Backwall Claim Sale, Moon Girl lot, and Moon Girl. A guy Backwall knows I love Moon Girl, so I always get caught on them. Personalized letter helps every week. Guaranteed comic sticker always comes with it. And there's always some fun stuff in the envelope. So this week we have a cable pod. What I do when I get these is I spread them in the stuff I ship out. And I always put the guaranteed comic thing in there as well. a Street Sharks card. Those are a lot of fun. You know, I open these things, I'm just reminiscing about my old days. And then a Guy Gardner card from Earth's Mightiest Heroes run. Alright, and in my mailer, as you can see, nicely packaged. That's never been an issue. Price is always on point. And if I am correct, I believe I am, the majority of these are going to be all Moon Girl books. But let us see. So, here's in the Gemini mailer. In bubble wrap. Tapes very well with the painter's tape. But not obnoxiously taped. Got the nice tabs for opening, which I'm a big fan of. So look at that. I was just able to unbox this during a live channel, or live viewing. Alright, this was the smoking issue, number 31, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. This was one that I was missing for Zoe's run. This is one she was missing, so when she gets home today, she's going to be ecstatic that she got that. The condition on this is definitely near mint. That's beautiful. Then, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur 21. She has this. She loves this cover. She's got one framed in her room. So it would be cool to toss another one in the stack. Then we have number 24. Oh yeah, this was a fun one. Look at that cover right there. The gumball machine. Number 24. How can you not love that? Followed by number 26. Number 19. Number 17. And number 18. So nice Moon Girl haul just came in. And that's phenomenal. And last but not least, we have our LCS haul. So, Demon Days, Rising Storm, number 1. I'm giving these Peach titles a chance. I don't know how I feel about them, but give them a chance. This fun Spidey calendar. 2022 calendar. Fantastic Four one was great last year. Now we got the Spidey one. Instructions for making a proper offering to forgotten gods. A Jim the Knight adventure, number 1. Just seemed kind of cool. Had it on my pull sheet. Gonna give it a shot. Got a second copy too, in case Zoe wants to read it too, and we can read it at the same time. Conan the Barbarian, number 1. Facsimile. Just a fun book to pick up for my Conan collection. Nice and crisp. Oh my. This is quite the haul from the LCS. So, Stray Dogs, Dog Days. They're back at it again. Another Dog Days, number 1. A Thing Called Truth. This was a fun read. I really enjoyed the one that I read the first week it came out. Then Captain Marvel, number 35, Last of the Marvels. I came in late on the story. Gonna read the trades. Intrigued by what they're doing with us, especially the characters involved. Won't give anything away, but I'm throwing that out there. It's got a young Black Panther too. Just every time I see it, pick it up, love it. I don't even know how many I have. Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, number 2. I think number 1's lower in the stack. I did read number 1. Definitely enjoyed that. Spider-Boy Team Up, number 1 from Amalgam Comics. Web of Scarlet Spider, last issue. I believe this is 3 of 3. I think I got that for $1. Spectacular Spider-Man 190. Replacing one of my copies. Definitely glad to do that. Champions Outlawed, number 1. I think I dug this out of a box. That was the Walmart variant. Ultimate Spider-Man 37. Classic fun cover there. This was one from Gary B. Meet the Skrulls cover, Scotty Young variant. He tossed that in as an A-OK. Always a fan of those. Alright. The PX Previews exclusive from 2018. Deadpool Black Panther cover right there. I have a graded one, but I didn't have a raw one anymore. So after I cleared out the Black Panther bin at the LCS, Rhino's got some more in. So start clearing them out slowly but surely. It's another number 9 to add to the collection. Another number 10. These are all really, really great shape. Another number 11. I just couldn't beat the price on these. Then I scooped Dark Ages, number 4. One of my best reads that's come from Marvel in a while. Woman Without Fear, number 1. Hell of a book. I just read it last night, and I'm really excited about this series. Hawkeye Kate Bishop, number 3. I think it's number 3, yes. Really fun cover right there, too. Dark Ages, number 4. Another one. Sometimes I forget what I have on my pull sheet. I pull it again, or I get a couple weeks in a row, whatever. Woman Without Fear, number 1. Great cover right there. And another Woman Without Fear, number 1. I guess I'm going to have a box of these by the end of the day. Woman Without Fear, number 1. Some of this art I just couldn't walk away from. Miss Marvel Beyond the Limit, number 2. It's awesome. Moon Knight, number 6. If you haven't been reading this, jump in. It's awesome. The Death of Doctor Strange, Blade. It's Blade, I'm in. Silk, number 1. And Silk, number 1. And Silk, number 1. I guess you can guess whose pull sheet those are from. You guessed right, Zoe's. Dark Ages, number 4, again. I have to swap some of these out to trade. Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. That was number 3 again. Got Savage Avengers, 28. Still a really fun run this deep in. Still loving it. So, definitely great stuff there. Black Panther, number 1, second print. Beautiful cover. Absolutely beautiful. I got a couple of those, so I think I'm going to frame one. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man, number 1, Scotty Young variant. So, naturally, I scooped 2. I read it, though. Didn't like the story. Just Scotty Young for me. Venom, number 4. Strange Academy, number 15. Such a great read. Excellent series. Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, number 1. Moon Knight, number 7. And I think that there are a bunch of these in my too, because multiple people gave them to me, and so I have those. So those will end up in a duplicate trade pile as well. The She-Hulk, Scotty Young. This was number 1, yep. She-Hulk number 1, Scotty Young variant. Couldn't pass that up at all. Such a great cover. Love what Scotty does. Miles Morales, Spider-Man 34. Look at those kicks. Beautiful. The Miles run does not disappoint. It's just been fantastic. Another Miles 34 right there. And then I dove in. Gary B actually found these for me. Werewolf by Night, number 6. Got it for $13. The condition on that's really solid. Big fan of that. So, number 6 has been added to my run. Number 7 has been added to the run. We're getting closer. Again, the condition on that is great. So, Gary B, thanks for finding those for me. He also dug in a box and found me Marvel Superheroes number 1, the spring special with Moon Knight and BP, so you know I had to get those. Got 2 favorites on there. Iconic cover as well. Then we're at House of Slaughter number 4. Definitely been solid. Black Hammer Reborn. One of the titles I've really been enjoying over the last year. Getting Dizzy from Boom. It's a fun one. Nothing to rave about, but it's been enjoyable. Dark Blood number 6, concluding that 6-issue run. So that one is now done. Really enjoyed Dark Blood as well. I'd like to see that as a series. Dog Days number 2. These covers are just so fun. Another Dog Days number 2. And then we come up to my pickup of the week is Black Panther 3, Legacy number 200. I will not spoil it for folks. There is a new first appearance in here. I hope everybody enjoys it. Please stop flipping this book for absurd prices, though. There are some actual Black Panther readers and collectors who didn't get it this week because either their shop doesn't have a pull sheet or too many people came in to get it or ordered it in speculation. So let the readers have a chance at a crack. And I know this is a giant haul, a lot to take in. They'll be much smaller moving forward. But in the meantime, happy collecting. And if you saw anything you want to trade for in there, I'm probably open to it. So until we meet again, much love and happy hunting.